Good afternoon. I'm Brenda Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here. An escaped inmate was recaptured in Irvin. We've got the details on that, plus a shots fired call in Richmond, and that weather, well, it's getting ready to be a first big freeze of the year. We've got the details on the forecast and a couple of tips on how to keep your animals safe in the cold weather. We've got all that news, plus local sports and weather. That is all coming up right here today, live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, a state inmate under the custody and control of the Department of Corrections has been recaptured after authorities say he walked away from the Bluegrass Center Development Center. Authorities say 42-year-old Michael Walling of Irvin was not present for the morning head count on Sunday. Just before 9 a.m., Walling was recaptured around 9 p.m. Sunday night by Officer Conrad with the Irvin Police Department. Walling now faces additional charges of parole violations and escape. He is now in the Madison County Detention Center. Well, it's been 1 month since Andy Beshear took part in the 62nd Kentucky gubernatorial inauguration, beginning his second term as governor. The theme of that inauguration was Forward Together, a theme that has put an emphasis on healthcare workers and public school educators. During his Team Kentucky update held on Thursday, the governor shared some positive news regarding the growth in the state's educational arena. With more on this, here's WBON TV9's Gage Hill.
Some promising numbers were given during Governor Andy Beshear's Team Kentucky update on Thursday. These numbers pertain to college enrollment growth for the Commonwealth. Beshear cited the National Student Clearinghouse as he proudly announced that Kentucky ranked first in enrollment gains nationwide. From fall 2022 to fall 2023, Kentucky saw a 5.6% increase in overall enrollment growth, surpassing Maryland at 4.5% and California at 4.3%. Beshear continued with the good news as he added that the state ranked second in undergraduate enrollment growth and fourth overall in graduate enrollment growth.
This means that Kentucky is one of the very first states to recover from the enrollment decreases virtually everyone saw during the pandemic. Folks, we are coming back stronger than ever, and as you can see, we are leading the nation.
Eastern Kentucky University President Dr. David McFadden was one of those in attendance during Thursday's Team Kentucky update, and he spoke about the growth that EKU has seen since 2020.
Since 2020, the size of our freshman class has grown 30%. Our overall enrollment increase since 2020, over 7%. Just this past year, 5% overall enrollment growth for EKU.
Colleges and universities aren't the only educational institutions that Beshear is hoping to improve. During his budget remarks following his inauguration, he proposed an 11% raise to all public school employees. This increase would bring Kentucky's average teacher starting pay to $42,191. This would bring Kentucky up to 24th in the country for teacher starting salary in National Education Association rankings. Beshear noted that educator salaries account for 10% or more of all wages paid in over 25 Kentucky counties, including Estill, Owsley, and Garrett. Reporting for WBON TV Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage, for that report. Well, officers with the Richmond Police Department responded to a shots fired call earlier this week. It was in the early morning hours of Monday. Police say they responded just after 2 a.m. to North Hill Street in Richmond. As officers responded to the scene, an additional call for service advised of a 15-year-old male juvenile was suffering from a gunshot wound at Baptist Health Hospital in Richmond. During the course of the investigation, it was learned that the shooting occurred at an apartment on North Madison Avenue. A search warrant was obtained for that location, and the search yielded several guns, money, and drugs. Among the firearms was an AR-15 style rifle, as well as over $1,000 in cash. Police say Jaden Parks, the tenant of record in the apartment, admitted all the guns, money, and drugs on the premises belonged to her. Police confiscated nearly 12 ounces of marijuana in 8 separate bags and a ledger that they said detailed specific drug transactions. Also confiscated were 200 individual tablets of controlled substances in several containers. Police allege Parks knowingly assisted the 15-year-old juvenile to engage in the selling of illegal drugs and controlled substances. Parks was arrested and is facing unlawful transactions with a minor, as well as several related trafficking in narcotics and marijuana charges. There's no word on the condition of that juvenile at this time. Well, Kentucky State Police are actively investigating a crash that occurred last night around 7:30 in Boyle County. The incident began as a Nissan Maxima was observed driving recklessly on West Main Street, overtaking multiple vehicles at a high rate of speed. According to KSP, they activated their emergency equipment in an attempt to stop that vehicle. However, the Nissan Maxima continued to evade law enforcement heading west on Perryville Road. The situation took a turn when that driver of the Nissan Maxima lost control near the intersection of Kentucky 68 after colliding with the rear of a Freightliner. The vehicle subsequently overturned onto its passenger side at the intersection of US 150 and Highway 1920 in Perryville. Both occupants of the Maxima, identified as 20-year-old Jason Epps, that was the driver, and 19-year-old Trevez Page, passenger, were transported to Ephraim McDowell Regional Medical Center with injuries that are reported as non-life threatening. Additionally, the driver of the Freightliner, 36-year-old Matthew Stevens, was also taken to the hospital with non-life threatening injuries. This, of course, is an ongoing investigation. With that, we're going to take a quick break. The weather is getting ready to turn a little crazy here in our area. We've got Sam in the Weather Center. He's going to give us a look at the forecast coming up for the weekend. That's coming up next.
Hi, I'm John Leeds, owner-operator of Leeds Fine Jewelry. I've been doing repair work for over 3 decades. Not only do we carry a large supply of Kentucky agate, we also have several lines of natural gemstones. We carry everything from small diamond earrings to large 3.5 carat studs. We have pearl necklaces and pearl earrings. We carry a large supply of gold hoops. 108 East Main Street in downtown Richmond, Kentucky. We're nationally known, we're locally owned.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
'Tis the season for sickness. Protect yourself and those around you with vaccinations at the Harness Health Pharmacies, powered by Mercy Health. Mercy Health Pharmacies offer vaccines for influenza, COVID-19, pneumonia, and RSV. Most vaccines are covered by the insurance, and in case they are not, Harness Health Pharmacy also partners with the primary care clinics for patients that are required by insurance to receive their vaccines there. Stop by the Harness Health Pharmacy in Irvin, located next to the Mercy Health Irvin Primary Care.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Lots of warnings about how this weather is going to turn out over the weekend. Looks like some cold temperatures, some very strong winds, and possibly some snow moving in our area. We've got Sam in the Weather Center. He's going to give us a look at that forecast.
Hi, thanks, Grenelyn. Welcome, everyone. As we look at the road conditions out there, of course, they are wet. We'll have to watch out for a little freezing potential, refreeze during the overnight, but I think a lot of stuff will dry out due to these winds, which will continue to gust up to around 45 miles per hour during the overnight and down to around 30 to 35 maybe miles per hour for the day Saturday. So it is diminishing a little bit, but we are turning cold, and we'll have a chance at a few flakes of snow during the overnight tonight. Can't rule that out as the system exits, but better potential as we head into early next week, especially on Monday. Keep that day in mind. There's still some uncertainty with that next system. It's currently just pushing into portions of Northern California and Oregon. But it could produce some significant snow here. There's that chance. So it's either an all or nothing kind of chance. Little light snow ending this system as we head into the overnight, waking up early in the morning. Most of that we may see some slick spots out there, but we're not expecting much accumulation. But as we head into, again, Monday time frame, that's when we could have a more substantial snowstorm in the area. And one of the computer models putting out high amounts. So this is getting up there. I mean, we're talking potential high single digits, maybe some low double digits even around the area, according to a couple of the computer models. But then there's others that say not as much. So that's why we're going to have to wait and see a little bit. As we look at those temperatures plummeting during the overnight, we'll be in the 20s. That's not really the cold air. Okay, we're going to be around 25 for a morning low. But again, that wind will really impact us with a wind chill value closer to around low single digits. 35 for a high, 23 for a high Sunday, 23 on Monday, watching that potential of some snow. How much is still a bit uncertain right now, but now here comes the real bitter Arctic air as we head into Tuesday. 17, overnight low down to 2 Tuesday night into Wednesday.
Thanks, Sam. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, in the first full week of the 2024 work session in Frankfort, and it was a busy one with a recap of a couple of the biggest storylines from the week. Here's Charles Baglin.
Bills on elections and family leave move forward, with one awaiting the governor's signature. From the 2024 general session in Frankfort, this is the week in review. House Bill 161 was the first measure to pass out of both chambers and with bipartisan support. It addresses concerns over candidate filings for the next election. Counties recently redrew the boundaries for their local voting precincts. The bill would ensure that candidates are not disqualified for using outdated precinct names or numbers on their nomination forms if that change occurred after November 8th. The other election bill, Senate Bill 10, proposes an amendment to the Kentucky Constitution related to election cycles. Right now, elections for governor, treasurer, state auditor, attorney general, secretary of state, and ag commissioner occur in odd-numbered years. Senate Bill 10 aims to move these elections to even-numbered years, beginning in 2032. Supporters say it would save millions in state and local dollars and improve voter participation. Critics, however, say maintaining the status quo allows voters space to focus on state issues. The measure passed out of committee on Wednesday. Even if it does become law, the proposed constitutional amendment would still need approval from Kentucky voters before taking effect. Elsewhere, House Bill 179 would clear the way for employers to offer workers an option to purchase paid family leave insurance for temporary wage replacement if they were caring for a sick family member or a new child. It now heads to the House floor. The chambers will not convene on Monday in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but will gavel back in on Tuesday for the 10th day of the session. From the state capitol in Frankfort, with the Legislative Week in Review, I'm Charles Baglin.
Thanks, Charles, for that report. We're going to take another quick break. We've got Dawson coming up with sports right after this.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Watch the Real McCoys weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as the Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV, Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Micah Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Friday night is a big one in Madison County for basketball games as two top 25 ranked teams travel to play Madison Southern and Madison Central. With a preview of those two games and more sports information, here's Dawson Rule.
It's Friday, heading into the weekend. Madison County Sports has had tons of sports happenings in the last day, and of course some big games to come tonight. First, let's look at the scores that happened yesterday evening. The Lady Eagles handled Harrison County on the road last night, 69-31. Olivia Coburn led the team in scoring with 15. Hadley French grabbed a team-high 7 rebounds, and the team shot 53% from the field. The Lady Eagles play again Tuesday night on the road at Somerset. Also last night, in the Boys All-A Classic, Berea and Model went head-to-head in an epic game, which ended in a 2-point victory for Berea, 41-39 over Model. These two teams were pretty evenly matched by both having loads of young talent, but Berea's victory will push them further in their win streak, which now sits at 7. In the first matchup earlier this season, Model beat Berea 55-42. The two teams will meet again in a week at Model. For tonight's games on the girls' side, Madison Central will travel to play Rowan County. Now for sports fans looking to stay in county and check out some games, there's two big ones tonight. First, Madison Southern will be hosting Ashland Blazer, who's 9-5 this season. Southern is 12-3 and looking for their first big signature win of the year, and tonight will be a great chance for the team to get it against the Tomcats. Ashland has lost 2 straight, and the Eagles have won 5 in a row. Up in Richmond, Madison Central will welcome in Great Crossing, the number 1 or number 2 team in Kentucky, depending on what poll you look at. Regardless, Great Crossing is the real deal, and the Warhawks are going to be coming into Central with only 1 loss this season that came to a top 50 team nationwide in double overtime. This game is going to be streamed by the WBON TV sports crew tonight, so if you can't make it out, tune in at 7:30 to see a 5-star recruit from Great Crossing and the Indians try and pull the massive upset. EKU men's basketball won another conference game. Last night they defeated Central Arkansas and Conway 86-63 behind a big 20-point game from Michael Moreno and a 17-point performance from Isaiah Cozart. Michael Moreno also hit his 300th three-pointer career-wise on the night, with many more of those to come later this season, of course. EKU shot 50% from the field for the game and 43% from behind the arc. The Colonels now will travel to North Alabama for another big conference game tomorrow night. Make sure to go support the Berea Lady Pirates basketball team tomorrow too, as they face LCA. With a win, the girls will have won 6 straight All-A Classic titles in a row. But LCA is 13-2 and looking to prevent that from happening this season. This game will be at Frankfort High School and is the championship game. Good luck to Berea's girls. That's going to be all for today's sports coverage. This is Dawson Rule with Madison County's Sports Report.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports update. We're going to take one final break, but don't go anywhere. We've got Samantha coming up with the Weekender Report. That's following this break.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Mushroom lovers, this one's for you. This is for the beef lovers too, the onion lovers, the Swiss cheese lovers. If you love all these things, then you're going to absolutely love our classic double mushroom onion melt. Try it now, only at A&W. Feel the heat at A&W with our delicious, cheesy, and spicy sriracha cheese curds. They're available for a limited time only, so come on in and try some today. Only at A&W.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no further than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
If it won't go down,
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
what do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home cleaned for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
Richmond has its very own TV station, WBON TV Channel 9, featuring 4 new TV channels of programming. Our primary station, 9.1, is available over the air with an antenna on all area cable systems, Roku, and our live player at WBONTV.com. You'll love the local sports and other local programming, including the only local newscast for the greater Richmond area, live at 5 daily. Find out more at WBONTV.com.
For years, Richmond residents have been searching for a heating and air company that can do it all. That search is now over. Don't let the name fool you. Fayette Heating and Air serves all over Central Kentucky for both commercial and residential customers. With Fayette Heating and Air, they promise that no matter the issue, no matter the time, you can expect award-winning heating repairs the first time, every time. Visit FayetteHeating.com to learn about special financing and how to sign up for the Comfy Club. With Fayette Heating and Air, complete home solutions.
Well, welcome back. That forecast may look a little intimidating, but there's still opportunities to take part in some fun local events over the weekend. Here with this week's edition of the Weekender Report is WBON TV Channel 9's Samantha Burford.
Welcome to the Weekender Report for the weekend of January 12th through the 14th. I'm Samantha Burford. Let's get this weekend started. It might be chilly outside, but there's plenty of cozy winter crafts for children on Saturday, January 13th. The Berea Parks and Recreation team is having a Make and Take Crafts for Children event from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday at the Folk Center in Berea, Kentucky. There will be light snacks provided. The Berea College Forestry Outreach Center will have nature hikes at the Pinnacles every Saturday this year. If you want motivation, company, and learning about the ecosystem, join a group nature hike at the Pinnacles. These hikes are free and open to everyone wanting to enjoy the great outdoors and the beautiful Pinnacles. The hikes begin at 1 p.m. and meet up at the Berea College Forestry Outreach Center. Join the U.S. Forest Service for a day of volunteer public service cleanup this Saturday, January 13th at Sky Bridge Recreation Area in Red River Gorge. This cleanup helps wipe away the marks that some visitors leave behind, and you can learn why these marks are harmful. This volunteer public service is from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and you can sign up at the volunteer.gov website. Make sure to bring water, a packed lunch, weather-appropriate clothes, sturdy shoes, and work gloves if you have them. Check out TNT, a dynamite show featuring T.G. Shepherd and T. Graham Brown. That's happening this Saturday, January 13th in the New Barn Theater at Renfro Valley Entertainment Center. T. Graham Brown has appeared on country music's biggest stage and has made his debut album in 1986 and has not slowed down. T.G. Shepherd has an unstoppable passion for music and has had 21 #1 hits. It will be one TNT Dynamite show. Doors open at 6 p.m. and tickets are available on the Renfro Valley Facebook page and their website. Are you ready to donate your live Christmas tree? The Christmas Tree Recycling Program uses donated evergreen trees to build fish habitat structures in public lakes across Kentucky to enhance fish habitat and public fishing opportunities. Simply remove all decorations, load up your tree, and drop it off at Lake Reba Recreational Complex in Richmond at the Soccer Complex B parking lot across from the Lake Reba boat ramp. This program ends January 15th. Thank you for watching this January 12th edition of the Weekender Report. We hope you found an event you are interested in to enjoy with your family and your community. Make sure to tell your friends to watch the Weekender Report every weekend on WBON TV and keep sending in those events. Thanks for watching. I'm Samantha Burford.
Thanks, Samantha, for that Weekender Report. Looks like there's a lot of fun going on this weekend despite that weather that is moving in. Tonight we've got a big ball game right here on WBON TV Channel 9. Madison Central is going to host #1 Great Crossings at home tonight. That can be found live here on Channel 9. We're also going to be streaming that on Facebook and our YouTube channel as well. Don't forget that weather out this weekend is going to get a little dicey. Make sure you stay tuned to the stations of Wallingford Media over the weekend. If you have any questions about traffic or weather, we'll have all the updates right here on WBON TV, Channel 9, or on our Facebook page and also WBONTV.com. Also, stay tuned to 100.7 The Coyote for all the latest traffic and weather updates as well. Stay safe out there. Make sure you're taking care of your pets in the cold weather and each other. Have a wonderful weekend. And of course, I'll see you right back here Monday live at 5.